Talking or going over the presentation mastery pathways in our Toastmasters educational program. His title is Master Your Potential, Unlock Your Success with Self-Discipline. This is for 7 to 9 minutes. Please help me welcome Ignacio.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Master your potential by unlocking your success with the key of self-discipline. Self-discipline holds the key that will remove the shackles of despair, the despair that's caused by our inability to achieve our goals. There is an argument in the community that looks at self-discipline that it is genetics that makes us self-disciplined versus nurture. The literature shows that there are 50% of people out there that have a genetic predisposition to be better at self-discipline, and then there's the rest of us that need to learn the skill set to get better at self-discipline, to succeed in life. So if you have both, you're in good shape. But what I'm hoping to do today is, for those of us that don't have that gene, is to give you some tips that may be able to help with improving or augmenting our self-discipline acumen. We go through a daily argument in our heads between the devil and the angel about what we should do in our lives that benefits us, and sometimes the devil wins. I'm going to address this topic in 3 different portions or subtopics. The first is I'm going to talk about why self-discipline is important. The second, I'm going to talk about what is self-discipline. And the third, my favorite one, is how can we leverage the information to help ourselves become better at self-discipline? So why is self-discipline important? To summarize, it can significantly impact our lives in a personal level, at a professional level, and in our social environments when we are self-disciplined. It makes us a better individual in general. Self-discipline is referred to as self-control, self-regulation, self-restraint, and as you can see this, it's our brain that allows us to do that. It holds our back when we are challenged by the devil not to do the things that we have to do. More specifically, when you look at what is self-discipline, is really managing our emotions, our thoughts, and our behaviors to delay gratification and resist short-term temptations. So we use self-discipline, willpower, behavior regulation, and the psychology of self-restraint to not do those things that we're not supposed to be doing in order to achieve our goal. When I was sharing this information with my wife, she laughed and she goes, "You should practice what you preach." I have a lot of work to do. So which one would you rather have? Willpower or self-discipline? It turns out that this man here represents self-discipline, and he has willpower for breakfast every morning. And why do I say that? And why does the literature say that? Willpower is short-lasting. Self-discipline is long-lasting. Willpower is a burst of energy that can get you through that day or week, but self-discipline will get you through the years because it's consistent and persistent in nature. Willpower is unstructured, and self-discipline is very structured. That's what makes the difference. My favorite part of the subtopics is how do we build our self-discipline? And all the literature says that we can look at it in 3 different aspects. The first is, what do we do before we start on a project or plan or goal? What do we do amidst the pursuit of that goal? And what do we do when we elapse the time that we give ourselves to accomplish that goal? So this is me, and after I did this, my goal is to lose 15 pounds. I'm 200 pounds currently by December, and I'll share that with you. I'm at the Bahamas right there, and as you can see, there's a problem. 15 pounds is right there in my belly. That's me, Paradise Island on the right, 15 pounds lighter. I want to get back to that guy that's there. There's my devil. My weakness. I love tacos. And there's a place by my house. So, looking at the first part of how do we improve our self-discipline is what we do before really matters, and that is to create SMART goals. Specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, and time-bound. So in my case, in order to lose those 15 pounds, I'm gonna make it easy for myself. Specifically, I wanna lose 0.5% of my body weight on a weekly basis, which means I wanna lose a pound a week, approximately. And it's measurable because I'm gonna be able to weigh myself every day. Attainable because, I mean, come on, a pound? If you challenge yourself with too big of a challenge, you're gonna feel defeated. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to lose a pound a week, and I'll see you in December. It's relatable and it's time bound. I gave myself a time. So in December, I'm gonna reassess how successful I was. Key to completing and achieving your goal is to have a plan and a strategy. The difference between a plan and a strategy is, a plan is buying a bottle of wine when you go out on a date, and a strategy is getting your date to drink it. The literature says that routine setting is critical to your success of whatever you plan on achieving, because setting that routine creates structure. Putting it in a time perspective in your day gives you a 50% chance of achieving it than if you don't schedule it. So remember that. And that's in black and white by the researchers. Setting boundaries is also important. So in my case, I am not going to go by my favorite taco shop. I'm going to skip it as much as I can because I'm tempted. I go by, oh, I'm kind of hungry, I'll stop. The other is setting an accountability process, and I have that at home, my wife. Not a problem. The second piece is, what do you do amidst the pursuit of your goal? You want to stay positive and resilient. And there is this thing called the 2-day rule in the self-discipline world, that the 2-day rule or 2-event rule is that if you're doing something every day, if you let 2 days go by, you're really in trouble. If you work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, if you let 2 workout days go by, then you're done. So don't let 2 days go by. You want to stay motivated and inspired. So I'm going to put my picture when I was 15 pounds lighter so I can get to that person. Want to identify your devils, which I have, is tacos. I'm going to work on that. And I'm going to monitor my progress by weighing myself every day. What do I do after this time period in December? Because I'm going to be very mindful of what I did. I'm going to practice mindfulness in a very objective manner. I'm not going to criticize myself if I'm still 200 pounds. I'm going to see what's working and what's not, and I'm going to adopt. What is it do I need to do? Suture my lips together? Maybe. So you have to be careful with your target. You have to make it realistic. So that's just more like my target. In the future. That's the Dominican Republic, beautiful place. So in conclusion, you want to keep in mind the why of self-discipline, what it brings to your table. You want to keep in mind what is self-discipline, and it is your brain, regulating your emotions and thoughts and behaviors. And most importantly, how do you achieve your goals is to set SMART goals, to be able to monitor your trajectory and to assess your outcome. And if you're not there, readopt, replan, and do it again. Thank you, Madam Postmaster.